Hello farmers and welcome back to the Mythical Woods. Got some harvesting to continue today. We'll get to that in just a moment. But we got the Valmet and we're headed on down to the store. I'm going to be leasing a stone picker and we're going to hopefully set off a worker for the grass field to pick up stones there first, if it will let us. I've only ever picked up stones in Farming Simulator 22 on a harvested field or a plowed field or whatever. I'm not sure if it works when there's a crop growing in the field. You think it would? I don't know if the stone picker is going to damage any of the grass. We're going to find out here in just a moment. I was double checking to make sure I didn't have anything leased before I started to say, oh yeah, the store page, what's in the store? Oh yeah, there was a stone picker in the store page, but that's only a 2.3 meter. We're going to go down in here, and actually with the variables pickup working with mod, there is a stone picker in there. We're going to grab that. Now, I'm probably not going to change the working width of the stone picker because I think 5.5 meters is wide enough for the size fields that we have. But I definitely do like the option of double capacity. So that will hold 4,000 liters of stones. We'll see how it goes. Go ahead and lease it for 3,000. Stone pickers are expensive. Requires 120 horsepower, which the Valmet has 135. So we should be all set. Now, all of our fields have stones in them, so that's why we're leasing it. And we shouldn't get any more stones unless I were to plow. So, with that being said, until I plow another field, I shouldn't get any more stones, correct? We shall see. I mean, that's the way it does work. And right now, I don't think I'm kind of set for buying any more fields currently, because we are down to 22,000 in the bank account. Currently, no loans, so that's a good thing. We kind of like that. Let's get over to the grass field because I'm kind of interested to see. The grass has grown since we cut it. It's been a month, so I don't know if it's going to hurt the crop. Is it going to delete the crop, or is it going to do nothing and pick up the stones, or is it going to do nothing at all and not pick up stones, hurt the crop, or anything? So first we will go ahead and start unfolding this, and we'll give it a go ourselves to see what happens. But I will get if it does work fine, then we'll just get ourselves a worker, and we can get on over to harvesting. Alright, so we'll put that down, turn it on, and well, I don't think we're going to be picking up stones. Not in the grass field. It is down. Stone picker is on, but you can see the stones are still there. So, yeah, I'm not sure. So we can't pick up stones when there's a crop in the ground, or is it because it's growing? So maybe try it again after we harvest the grass. So that's gonna be a moment before we do that. Well, all right. You know what? So we got the Valmet, we got the stone picker. Let's go over to the canola field, and at least we get the stones picked up in that one. At least I just want to try to make sure that this modded stone picker is working fine. Is there any other options on it? Default pickup, that just means it's going to be the same working width that it came with. Kind of like the forage wagon that we had when we were cutting the grass. Yeah, I don't see any other options there that I should have had on, so... Alright, let's get back to the farmyard and we'll try picking up stones in that field. If it works fine, then, yeah, the grass field may just have to leave stones in them. As I mentioned before, the effects of stones, basically it just wears down your equipment a little bit faster. Now, it's been years, almost 3 years now, since I tested it on Elm Creek when Farming Simulator came out, but the wear on it was very minimal, so it's not that big of a deal. As far as I know, it doesn't affect the yield of the field or anything like that. It just wears down your equipment a little bit faster, which for things like your harvester header, if your harvester header is worn down quite a bit, you will lose some yield on the field from the header. The header won't really pick up what the field is capable of giving you. And for things like the seed drill, it'll just wear it down a little bit more, which could possibly slow down the working speed, but that's about it. Anywho, we're almost back to the farm, so if this doesn't pick up stones here, then I know there's a problem with the stone picker, and I'll have to either refund my money on leasing, or, I don't know, maybe I'm doing something wrong. It's been a while since I picked up stones. Was it Goldcrest Valley? Was that the last one I did stone picking on? Possibly. I know when I went to American Falls, I believe American Falls, I definitely had it turned off. And I don't think I've had it on in a series since then. Alright, we'll lower this down. Okay, I'm going over stones here. We know the stone picker's turned on. We can see the dirt being moved around. Alright, we can easily see the stones here. And I'm not picking them up. Well, now I'm wondering, is there a problem with the stone picker? Or... now I gotta do some testing here. Is it because I've gotten a couple of harvests since we've last had stones showing? So, I'm gonna do a quick test here. Let's back out the Fiat. We're gonna drop off the spreader. And we're going to hook up to the plow. The field does not need to be plowed, but I'm just going to plow a small little section to really kick up the stones, and then I'll see if the stone picker picks up stones. If it doesn't pick up stones then I definitely know there's a problem with this mod. And again, the mod I just got because I wanted to use it for the forage harvester. Or sorry, forage wagon. Alright, let's kick up some stones there. Alright, that's all I really want to do is just kick up a few stones. Didn't know the beginning of this episode was going to be more of the stone picking. I just wanted to sit it on a worker in the grass field, and I wanted to get to harvesting. Okay, turn that on. Okay, and we're picking up stones. So, when you kick up stones from either cultivating, plowing, or whatever, you got to do it right away. If you harvest or if you plant, maybe with a direct drill, it pushes the rocks down too far and you can't pick them up. I'm going to leave that there. And I'm going to leave that there. So I don't know if I want to really get into plowing all my fields just to get the stones up. Well, alright, let's get into harvesting our wheat fields here. So, we got a little bit of the harvesting done last time, but now we need to finish this up. And we just got what we got here, and of course, the field across the way. Now, these two fields we just bought about a month ago, right? I think it was a month ago in-game. And we did soil sampling, and I also was able to spread down fertilizer and lime, so the field should be in pretty good shape for yield-wise. Environmental score bonus-wise, maybe not the greatest, because I didn't spray for weeds, and also I did not direct drill it. Wait, did I spray for weeds? I mean, not that it matters at this point, because we're at where we're at. Yeah, weeds and direct drilling score is terrible, and over here, those values will increase in just a moment once we start harvesting it. Alright, so I kind of learned something on stone picking, I think. Yeah, you got to pick up the stones immediately. You just can't go a season or two, then say, well, the stones are there. So basically, you got to kick them back up to pick them up. Like I said, it's been a long time since I ran with stones activated. But usually, in the previous series I done so, it's pretty much I plowed a field and got right in there with our stone picker and took care of it. Yeah, I may just return the stone picker as is, because I don't think I feel like going around plowing all the fields. We'll just live with the stones in the field. I think slowly but surely with the direct drill, the stones will go back into the ground and I won't really have to worry about them. But as I said, they really don't cause that much damage to be really concerned about our equipment. In real life, I would want the stones out of the field. Farming simulator, it's not that bad. So all this wheat is going down to the train silo. And when November comes around the corner, November, actually probably more like December, right? When that time comes, everything will be loaded onto the train. And we will sell it all and make some pretty decent money. So I have seen some comments coming in about like the quarry and also the other production buildings. Seems like the ones that are commenting, they want to see what that has to offer, so on and so forth. And a couple people have said grab the orbs in order to be able to forward the quarry. I mean, I could turn off the dynamic field prices mod, but I'm kind of hoping at some point that it kind of goes the other way. Although it seems like it's a long ways to go when the field is 100% over the base price, and you're just trying to get it back down to the standard price and not really get a deal on it. That's really good. That's what you want to do with your header, is run into a power pole. I do need to unload. JCB. Yeah, kind of thought we'd be doing some stone picking, but I guess I fiddled around with enough of the stone picker at the beginning to kind of cover some of the stone picking, even though we really didn't gather any. I mean, 5 liters isn't enough. Alright, don't want to back up too far. We don't want to destroy our crops. There we go. Actually, we'll turn off the JCB. Save on some fuel. Alright, so how is that field looking now that score is saying 70? But it's good, it should get better. I don't know why the soil sampling is not showing up. We definitely soil sampled it because I can see the soil type. Maybe I haven't harvested enough of the field? Or is it because I really didn't... When I soil sampled, I didn't really get into this field. I think I may have been in the other field and soil sampled and it covered this area, but I don't know. Should be reading that we soil sampled it either way. Yeah, so getting back to the quarry and adding those production buildings. I mean, I would kind of like to keep it where I don't have any loans. It's kind of nice, so maybe we'll go around and try to find a couple of the orbs. I forgot where the other one was where I saw it, but I think someone told me when we started the series that the orbs kind of, they relocate all the time. So I'm not too sure if that's true or not. We have collected one, and it was $100,000. At the very beginning, that was very helpful, and it's gotten to us where we are today. If I were to grab all the rest, that would be like 700 grand worth of orbs. And that would pretty much pay for the quarry. I don't want to say, we'll see as the series goes on, because as I record this today, today is Monday, and of course you're seeing this, if you're watching when it goes live on Tuesday, yeah, we're less than a month away from Farming Simulator 25, so it is rapidly approaching now. So we may fiddle with the quarry and stuff at the end. I really just want to kind of stick to the farming a little bit, not do so much of the production buildings too much. Tuscany had a lot of production buildings going. And as I said before, production buildings are good. I enjoy doing them. They definitely, once you get the productions really going, yeah, it takes a lot to get them up and going because you got to buy them. You got to, you know, get all the products that you need for them to run. But once you get them a steady flow of productions going, you really start raking in the money. And that's when you can afford, you know, really expanding on your farm, the more expensive equipment, all that kind of stuff. Well, I could probably get this in one go, just about. I mean, I kind of wanted to stay with smaller fields on this map because Western Australia, we got the big fields. So I kind of wanted to stick to the smaller-ish equipment on this series. If I go productions and I end up with hundreds of thousands of dollars, I know it's going to happen. I just can't, I can't sit. In Farming Simulator, having hundreds of thousands of dollars in my bank account, unless I'm saving up to buy an expensive harvester or just equipment in general, I'm fine with it. But if I just have hundreds of thousands of dollars sitting there and it's like I really don't need to be buying anything, kind of takes some of the fun out of it for me. That, like, I'm not saving up for anything. We're at where we're at. Alright, so is this all going to fit into the trailer? I hope it kind of does. That way I don't have to make 2 trips down to the grain silo. Alright, so while this is unloaded, yeah, this will all fit in the grain trailer. Didn't really look at the grain trailer when I last was filling it in. But yeah, it looks like it's only like half full, so this should easily fit in there. Alright, so why did the soil sampling not register? Soil sampling is a 4th one down. Yeah, so why is that registered that the soil sampling is not done? I mean, it doesn't say soil's out of data. Well, I don't know. Our overall score, though, is at 96, so that's fine. I'm not going to be too concerned about it, I guess. Alright, let's go ahead and get the harvester back to the farm, and then we'll grab the JCB and head on down to the silo. And I suppose, as for stone picking, I will return that stone picker as is. I don't think I'm going to go around and worry about, as I said, the stones that we currently got in the field, because I didn't want to go around and have to plow all the fields. Boy, people are just like teleporting here in the Mythical Woods. Yeah, I don't want to have to go around and plow all the fields just to get the stones up. So we'll return that. I'll see how much it was to lease it. I did use it a little bit, so I won't get a full refund. We'll just round it out a little bit. I actually thought it was going to pick up these stones in these fields fine. I was questioning the grass field. I'm like, okay, the crop is growing. Is that actually going to be able to pick it on up without just... It didn't destroy the crop, though. Alright, probably should lower the header down just to keep some of the weight off the hydraulics. There we go. So, stone picker. I just want to see how much it was to lease that. So we did this. I leased it for $29.07. So we'll give ourselves back $2,500. I think that seems fair-ish. 2,500 here. Add money. 2,500. There we go. Well, that kind of changed my whole plan of what I was going to be doing today. Oh, I probably should have picked up all these little ones here, but that's okay. Let's get the Valmet off the field. That kind of needs to go back on down to the BGA. And let's go ahead and put the Fiat and the plow away. So many people do keep asking, and I think At this point, I will do probably a few live streams for Farming Simulator 22, but they will be here on the Mythical Woods. Because I feel we can do more of a variety here on the Mythical Woods than what I can do on Western Australia. So maybe the first live stream will be this upcoming Saturday for the Mythical Woods, depending on a few other things. So not 100% about live streaming yet, but yeah, at some point we will try to get a live stream or two in here in the Mythical Woods for Farming Simulator. So I know everyone's not going to be watching like the SnowRunner live stream, Sandrock, and all the other live streams I have done. Let's go ahead and turn that off. I need to teleport back over to the JCB. Yeah, some people are just on this channel for Farming Simulator, so we'll get you all warmed up for live streams in Farming Simulator when 25 comes out. As I mentioned before, the day FS25 drops, we'll be doing a live stream for quite a while because we're going to be on a map and we're going to be just giving ourselves a whole bunch of money, and we're going to just try some things, test a few things out. Of course, we want to be trying the rice, of course, and of course we got spinach and peas and green beans. The water buffalo, I want to try to compare them to like the Holstein cows. We got to try out the goats. Even though goats are in like 22 and previous versions as well, those were modded. We want to see what Giant's version of the goats are and everything else. And of course, look at all the other equipment. So yeah, I think we'll be doing live streams on one map, which is the Southeast Asia map. And then Riverbend will probably be the usual, just a regular Let's Play for the most part. I may start that as a live stream, I don't know. Have to wait and see. Have to wait and see how the live streams go for Farming Simulator. If we get a good amount of people showing up during the live streams, then maybe we'll just do that. Alright, let's empty out this wheat here. Oh yeah, we also got to see all the different production buildings as well. Yeah, even with Riverbend on the first day of Farming Simulator 22, I will probably jump on that map as well, just to see a better look at what it has to offer and the production buildings that are there also. But it won't be the actual probably start of our farm. Riverbend will be the one where we just probably start off with whatever they started us off with in 25, like $500,000 and maybe some equipment. Or maybe I'll just give us a good amount of money and we can do like long grain rice, kind of a farm situation there or something like that. Don't know how long it'll be before modded maps come out. I guess it all depends on how much has changed from 22 to 25 on the engine, the way the game runs on the engine. So, you know, shaders and all that kind of stuff that modders will have to do to maps. I remember in 22, I want to say the first map that was, I'm probably wrong on this, but the first map that came out on the mod hub was No Man's Land by Alien Jim. And it took like about like 3 or 4 weeks for that to happen. Somewhere, I think that might be somewhat correct. If it wasn't the first, it was pretty close to the first. And that's why we went right to No Man's Land here in 22. Alright, grain trailer is back at the farm. Yeah, having this JCB here on this farm has been really nice because we just get back and forth really, really quick. And actually, I should be pulling into that shed. Oh, did not expect the trees to be that close. Alright. I don't know why, but I kind of want the trailer to be facing the same way as the harvester. Okay, we'll whip you around like that. And I guess we'll just leave you like that for now. I don't think this field needs lime, does it? No, it does not. And the soybeans are not going to be ready for a few more months, right? Let's get over here. Oops, going to need to be over here. It is soybeans, yes. And calendar soybeans are October, not September. All right, so we got a few months before that even happens. All right, so this field is good. And I said I was going to plant, I want to say wheat or barley here. Barley, then canola, then wheat. Looks like I've already had this pre-planned. To make sure that's correct. Barley, canola. All right, so wheat will be going in here. That happens in September. And I do believe, since I just bought these fields, crop rotation is going to say follow and then wheat in both of them. So I'm going to say almost any crop other than wheat should be going in these two fields. By tractor, it's not that far, but when you're walking, it takes a moment to get down here. Yes, follow and then wheat. So, nope, this way, follow and then wheat. So, oats would be very good. Not sugar beet. I mean, sugar beet would be good, but we're not doing sugar beet. No, no, no. So, oats. So that'll be next spring. Should be, right? On this map, yes, next spring. So these two fields will just sit here until next spring. This field's going to read the same, follow and wheat, but I just want to make sure. All right, so these two fields pretty much are going to be the same. I can't really connect them because, well, Main Street, I guess we'll call it, goes right on down through here. There's no traffic, but we'll keep the road here, and we will keep the fields separate. All right, let's get back into the Fiat. We'll bring this on down to the BGA and just park that up, because that's where this needs to stay. We'll check on the sawmills, but I'm 99% sure they're fine. And I guess we'll go to the month of August and maybe just get right on to the month of September where we can start replanting that field with some wheat. The one we tried picking the stones out of. Alright, Valmet, this is where you should be staying, but thanks for your assistance today. Probably should throw the weight back on, because the next thing I should be doing is putting these, eventually, silage bales into the BGA. I think we're like at 30%, 33%, so yeah, we just gotta wait on that. Oh yeah, how much is, because I should end up buying that baler. Where am I going, balers? Down, where's that Kubota? There's the Kubota. Is it 110? Okay, it's 110. And wait, what's the biggest bale it can do? Oh, it only does 125s? Alright, I may actually have to look into not doing the 125s. I know you guys have mentioned the other mod to me as well, so we could... variable pickup. These are just variable working with pickups, not the size of the bales. And of course, I want an all-in-one if I can. Does Guvile make 125 as well? Okay. Not 150s at least. Well, all right then. I mean, all right, so I'll look at some more balers in the mod hub, and maybe we'll change that up. So, yeah, I didn't remember, because it's been a while since I used the Kubota. I thought that did 150s also, but that says 125s. I'm just trying to limit the amount of bales that we have, because this is the amount of bales that we're getting off using 150s. So, yeah, I guess getting a baler, and also probably a proper bale loader, like we have on Western Australia. Okay, so sawmills. No, that's not where I want to be. This page here is sawmills. Yeah, they're still good for like about 4 months. But we are going to have to get back in there eventually, I think. And because we do zip through the months pretty quick. And get some more wood on in there. Alright, let's get back to... Yeah, that'll be close enough. And we are going to say goodbye. I think I'm all set. I am correct and we don't have any loans, right? Yeah, we are okay. We're all set. We checked the store page, so nothing really to go on there. All right, sleep until 8. It is nice not having animals for a change, not having to, you know, every month to make sure they're fed and move all that stuff around. Oh, there is a mod that can move the animal productions around. That mod's been out for quite a while. I never got around to using it. All right, so money is right where it should be. The store sale page, what's in there? Well, we don't need anything like that. That would not be a bad thing to have if I had the Cory. How much does that hold? That doesn't really hold a whole lot, does it? 5.4 thousand liters basically is what it holds. So that's not that big. All right. So nothing there. Let me just double check. Wait, there's nothing I should be selling this month, right? Planks, I mean, that price, we got a good amount of planks already. But the price is going down. Furniture price is going up, but you can see 4,044. Yeah, not really probably worth it. But what we need to do is need to go here. Farmland. Cory. Oh, it's below 100% over the base price. So basically that field should go for like 360 base price. But that's what we're looking at. What about the other fields? Are those 81%, 81%, 81%, 99%? What about this here? 81%. Why? Why are they so flippin' expensive? 81. They're all like 81%. I don't know why they're so... I don't know how... Well, that's actually only 11% over, so that's not that bad. But I don't know why they're so overpriced. It's not like they're actual fields with a crop growing in them. All right, we're just going to go ahead and skip to September. We're all set. And we can start planting in the wheat in this field right here. Just got to wait for the whole month of August to get undone, which it now is. A little bit of rain, which is good. Get some rain in that soil before we put our seeds in. All right, store sale page. Not much going on there. And farmland. 96%. Oh. I mean, at that rate, though, it'll take like 5 years for that price to be back down to the base price. 83, 83. I think the field prices have gone back up. These fields here we may end up buying, but I'm kind of waiting for the silage to be ready. And the silage, can I just visit this? I can, good. These will be ready here very soon. Actually, they're at 98%. So we'll have to come down here and start loading this up. So I'll probably get like 80,000. Was it 80,000 or was it like 60,000 last time? From all the silage that we made. So that would be kind of nice. All right, let's get into this beast right here. Let's go ahead and drop that down. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and advance time just a little bit. Just to get a little bit more daylight. And eventually those silage bales will be fermented. The ones that are in the trigger will be taken right away. There we go. I think 10 o'clock is good. Alright, I need to switch this over to wheat. Alright, put the drill down. And yeah, we're all set. Turn it on. And the wheat is going into the ground. We'll see how the stones do. The stones that are in the field, they may completely disappear at this point. Who knows? See how long it takes before we see any stones. I see. Yeah, I still see some stones there. Yeah, I can still see some stones showing in the field. But at this point, as we can see, I'll just live with them. And if we ever go ahead and buy more land to make more fields, well then, maybe I'll pick up the stones after I plow the fields. and create the fields. But all the other fields, we'll just have to keep the stones. But boy, we are just zipping through the years here in the Mythical Woods. But since I don't have I don't want to say a whole lot of work, which we don't. It's been mostly the grass field and taking care of the sawmills. Really, the fields being so small does not take us long to go around and prep them and take care of them, get them all set and harvest them. But I think we're doing pretty good for ourselves. Of course, as we know, the sawmills are bringing in all the cash. All right. Oh, no, I did. I was like, wait a minute. I haven't been down to fertilize the grass field. I was thinking, I have not brought my spreader down to put fertilizer in there, but yeah, we're using the digestate from the BGA. Which we'll get some more today. Yeah, so for the fields that we got, other than the soybean field is our biggest field. As for all the other fields, this drill right here is more than enough. That all we need. But when I go to plant the other field, it does start to feel like a bigger drill would be nice. But then when I go to drill these fields, I'll be over in a matter of feels like a minute. Yeah, so do leave a comment down below if you'd like to see this upcoming Saturday. That would be like the 19th of October. If we do a live stream, and it would be at the same time that the video usually gets published, which is, I'm just going to say, noon New York time. So you can figure out for what time zone you're in, what time that usually is. But yeah, if you can make it, leave a comment down below saying, yeah, I can make a live stream for Farming Simulator on the Mythical Woods. And if a lot of people show up, it might just not be a half hour to an hour. We could be here for a couple of hours. We'll see how it goes. May have to get some fertilizer before I finish. But it's just right ahead of us. Those pallets that are out there in front of the huts, that is lime. So I do got a little bit of fertilizer in the spreader from fertilizing the 2 wheat fields that we purchased. Yeah, I don't quite think I'll get the whole field done, but I'm going to need more fertilizer anyways, right? In here. Not right away, I won't need it, but depending when I plant in the soybean field and when I plant oats in those 2 fields next spring, gonna need more anyways. Yeah, so I think each time I'm going over these stones with the direct drill, I think the stones are slowly getting pushed back into the ground. Alright, so we'll get seeds here out of this hut. And then come over to this hut here. And then spin around And a couple of passes here, and we shall be done with the wheat. And then we'll jump on down to the Valmet down at the BGA and put in that silage. And maybe I'll have a look at the other fields to see if there are any fields that have a crop that are ready for harvest or getting near ready for harvest. Maybe after the BGA sells the electricity and methane, even though the price is 80% over usually what it's worth, since they're not that expensive to begin with. Yeah, it's not going to cost us too much, and we'll get more fields under our belt. All right, planting wheat done. Let's wiggle this in here. All right, too close to the shed wall. All right. First, since I'm thinking about it, let's look at the field to see the status of them. So, ready for harvest, ready for harvest, ready for harvest. And I think that's sunflowers in that field. Sunflowers and red beet. And don't tell me that's potatoes. Sorghum? It's sorghum in field number 7. Now, the thing is with field number 7, that's also going to include the silo. So that's going to be a little bit more expensive. Yeah, almost 43,000 for that. So nothing I'd be in a big rush to purchase. But let's jump down here to our Valmet. I think I did put the weight on, right? So those bales are still there, so they haven't fermented quite yet. These have fermented. Wait, these have not fermented? Are they not in the trigger? Guess not. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get these inside the BGA and we get the process started. Wasn't just quite in there, was it? Why aren't those being taken? Okay, what's going on there? Why are those? Let me just double check here. Silage. Okay, so I have no grass, which means all the bales have fermented. Why aren't those being... Why? Well, I will activate it because they're going to get in there one way or another. So we'll at least start the process. Not quite sure what's going on here. Let me back up. Okay, now it took that one. My weight, I think, is rounding itself out behind me. All right, let me actually... I don't think it really needs to go in there. I think before I was just putting it right in front and it was taking it. should just take it right up front. We saw a couple of them disappear, so I don't know why I wasn't taking those. Alright. Well, now they're in there. Alright, now we can speed up time just a little bit. So the question is, can I pick up 4 of these? No. No and yes at the same time? Yeah, probably should have stick to 2. Trying to walk on our front wheels is what we're doing. Alright, so it took those easily. Alright, so we'll just grab 2 and that should be fine for this tractor. With that huge weight we got in the back. Well, let's see, how many, is it 5,500 per bale? And it holds 75,000 liters, so 10 bales. I think I've already put in like 9 of them, haven't I not done 9 of them? But since we got the works time clock at 10 times the speed, and this BGA is going to go through that silage pretty quickly, I'm guessing every time I bring 2 over, it's going to be going through it just as quick. So, let's go ahead and get all these silage bales put in. And you can watch the money go on up. I don't think the electricity and methane gets sold until top of the hour. So, during the time lapse, when it gets to the top of the hour, you'll see the money go on up. And hopefully, at the end, I am hoping that we have somewhere around 80,000 in the bank account.
Let me know, do you feel me too? Let it show, 'cause babe, I'm into you. We've been on and off, in and out, up and down, too many times.
Well, with the top of the hour coming, and we're currently at 64,000, there's a good chance we'll reach 80,000 here within the next few minutes. I did have to speed up time to 30 times the speed because I was pretty much bringing over the bales a little bit too quick. And a couple times the bales started to not be accepted by the BGA, so by accelerating time, it seemed to be at a good pace. Of course, when the top of the hour does come, not all of this silage will have been processed yet, but most of it will have been. The grass field is ready for another cut, but we're not going to be doing it this episode, of course. I may not even be doing it this month. Like I said, I'm not going to try to cut the grass every time it's ready in this series. It's just here because it'll bring in a good amount of money now and then, like it will today. All right, let's go ahead and just get to the top of the hour. What does that do for us? Well, there's 88,000. And let me just slow down the time speed, because there won't be a whole much left in there, I don't think. All right, so how much silage is left in there? Actually, a pretty good amount. Pretty good amount. That is pretty good. How much have we made off of the silage so far? Is it like 60 grand? 65,000 currently. All right then. I do like that. So I will have to look into... you know what? Let's just fast forward time before I wrap up the episode. See if it completes at all in the next hour, which I think it will. I think I'll get us over 100 grand at this point. And of course, we get digestate just barely over 100 grand. But it's over 100 grand, isn't it? And silage, yeah, it's pretty much done everything it can. Deactivate that. Perfect. So, yeah, I got us over 100 grand. That would have been a little bit more disappointing if it stopped at like 99,568 or something. But we're over 100 grand, so that's nice. Yeah, we'll look at the balers on the mod hub, and maybe I'll just pick out a random one, not a whole pack. Maybe something I haven't used. I would like to find an all-in-one. I may just lease it. But I would like to kind of eliminate... I mean, that amount of bales is not bad, but maybe something that will give me like a 10,000 liter capacity. Get those bales down to half the size. Possibly. We'll see. Don't know yet, but I'll take a look on the mod hub. But we also today got, well, as we know, the stone picker. We tried that. The wheat fields have been harvested, and now we got... now that I'm actually walking in the field, the stones look like they're still not really going anywhere. If I were to roll the field, I think the stones would go back in. Do I really want to get involved? Rolling is something I don't really prefer to do. 41,000. If I were to lease it, it's only 2,000 there. Requires 160 horsepower, but that should be good enough with our Fiat, right? 180. I suppose I could roll these fields. Although, wait a minute. On precision farming, do I get the bonus? Yes. Okay, I'm getting confused. With precision farming, you don't get the bonus by rolling the grass fields, which is with, if I go into grass care, it's with this one. So, in standard farming, if you will, if you roll the grass field, you get a stage of fertilization out of it. In precision farming, that doesn't work. So, that roller does nothing for the grass field. But maybe we'll roll the fields and get rid of the stones that way. Because I can just hire worker. The fields are not that big. And the roller, I mean, this roller here is a 12.3 meters. So it wouldn't take me long to roll these fields. So maybe I'll spend the money on that. And we'll start pushing these stones back in. Maybe that's the way to do it. But yeah. Let me know down in the comments if that sounds like a good idea or not. But I think that's the way I could go. And I'll get us also an extra 2.5% yield bonus, I do believe. So the BGA did its thing. The wheat field has been replanted here. And the other two fields, well, they've been harvested. So, yep, that's where we're going to wrap it up for today. Don't forget, if you guys made this far in the video and like what you saw, don't forget to hit the like button. Helps out the channel and the video more than you know. Also lets me know that you enjoyed seeing the content you saw here today. And while you're down there, that subscribe and notification bell as well, so you don't miss out on more content like this. But that's going to wrap it up for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in the Mythical Woods. But until then, have a good one.